Foreign Minister Hayashi's press conference will now begin. I don't have any comments to make at the outset of the meeting. Please raise your hand, and upon being designated, please move forward to the microphone and identify yourself with name and affiliations. Morita-san from NHK. I'm Morita from NHK. Regarding Ukraine situation, Russian government has stopped the agreement about the grain export from Ukraine. What is the view of Japanese government?
Thank you very much. We just issued the minister statement concerning the Black Sea Grain Initiative. The UN and Turkey has been conducting much efforts to intervene. However, as of July 17th, Russia has decided to withdraw, so the Black Sea Grain Initiative will be ended. So the decision by Russia to exit is very regrettable. We condemn them. The negative impact is that Russia will be taking the final responsibility. Concerning the Black Sea Grain Initiative, ever since it was established in July of last year through the Black Sea, 32 million tons or more of grain has been distributed mainly to many parts of the world, inclusive of Global South, and this has contributed to the resolution of food insecurity as well as the stabilization of food price. So we are concerned about the impact on the global food supply, and we are looking at the situation. So we highly recognize the efforts of the United Nations and Turkey, who have been continuing to make efforts to continue the Black Sea Grain Initiative, and we would like to focus on this, and we'd like to support them. And in Japan, in the leaders' communique at the G7 Hiroshima summit, and together with G7 members, we have issued the Hiroshima Action Statement for Resilient Global Food Security. We have emphasized the importance of the Black Sea Grain Initiative, and we have expressed the necessity for the international society to support this. So in order to maintain the food security throughout the world, we would like to continue collaboration with the international society, inclusive of the G7, so that Russia will return to the international framework, and that the grain exports from Ukraine will be resumed. Thank you very much. Ueda-san, Kyodo Tsushin, please. Ueda from Kyodo Tsushin. So I would like to ask a question about the meeting you had with Wang Yi of China. Now, he was talking about the Alps treated water, and he said that China will be opposed to that. Now, China is opposing this. And concerning this politicization, what exactly did you say in the meeting, and what was his response?
On the 14th, there was a meeting with Mr. Wang Yi. No, I referred to the comprehensive report of the IAEA. I have once again clearly mentioned about Japan's positions and opposed to the politicizing of this matter, and also strongly requested to respond from a scientific viewpoint. And at the same time, I once again convey that Japan is ready to communicate from the scientific viewpoint with China. From Mr. Wang Yi mentions the positions of China. Let me refrain from making a further comment because that's a diplomatic matter. Higuchi-san from Chugoku Shimbun. Higuchi from Chugoku Shimbun. At the end of this month, at Austria, Vienna, there will be the NPT review conference, a preparatory meeting to be held. Now, in this preparatory meeting, there has been 2 non-agreements reached in the past 2 meetings. There is no progress in the non-proliferations. What is the outcome aimed at the government in this meeting?
Yes. Concerning nuclear disarmament, the international society is increasingly divided, and also there is a nuclear threat from Russia. So it is becoming increasingly difficult for the pathway to a world without nuclear weapons. But because of such situation, nuclear weapon states and non-nuclear weapon states both participate in the NPT, and NPT is indispensable as a cornerstone for international nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation, as was pointed out at the NPT Review Conference in August. Due to Russia only opposing the outcome document was not adopted. This was highly regrettable. But the foundation for future discussion concerning nuclear disarmament has been demonstrated, and the importance of maintaining and strengthening NPT has been confirmed. On July 31st, the NPT, the first preparatory meeting for the review conference is going to be held, and this is a very important process to start the process for the review conference that will be held in 2026. So we would like to utilize G7 leaders' Hiroshima vision as a strong step. And the Hiroshima Action Plan that was announced by Prime Minister Kishida at last year's NPT Review Conference, we would like to implement these one by one so that realistic and practical initiatives will be maintained and strengthened. We would like to stress the importance of that so that the momentum in the international society will rise. Hibit-san, please. I have a relevant question. At the meeting last year, Prime Minister participated as the Japanese Prime Minister for the first time. And at this point in time for the Projector Committee, are the minister level, or is it going to be the working level?
The participants from Japan, we are making necessary coordinations at this moment. Nothing has been determined at the moment. Next question, please. Kawaguchi-san from Mainichi Shimbun. Kawaguchi from Mainichi. With regard to Japan and EU regular meeting, now in the joint statement included the establishment of a strategic talk with both the foreign ministers. What is the expectation to EU as well as the security point of view? Comment, please.
The international security environment is becoming very difficult, and Japan, it is very important to strengthen partnerships, strengthen cooperation with partners like the EU with whom we share values and principles. So as Japan, as the international society is within the historical turning point, in order to strongly maintain international order, which is supported by rule of law and free and open, so based on the outcome of the G7 Hiroshima summit, we would like to strengthen the cooperation with the EU and the member states with whom we share values and principles. And at the Japan-EU summit, the foreign ministerial level strategic discussion dialogue, based on that, we would like to carry out strategic discussions related to the national security cooperation and regional situation with the EU. Any other questions? Then with this, we'd like to close the meeting. Thank you very much.